I'm feared for my life because of all these threats. Judge, let me ask you something. You ever show your face? Hmm? Damn, this is how we get down. What's good, YouTube? Hey, what's good, potential? What's good, sneak gang? How y'all doing? Hope y'all been sneaking and creeping, stay healthy and wealthy, having motion and flowing like the ocean. If you don't know, but now you need to know. Hit the clip. Ain't safe to say the kid get older. Forever gang, I'm never switching over. Made a lane and niggas can't get over. I can't mess with rappers, they be bogus. Rather get the pack and keep it over. Big drip. 80, 80, 80. Somebody put me onto this new people that go in there. Henderson Buzz. I don't even know, but it told me it's like two dumb people on the show. I don't know if I'm saying their name right, but hey, anyways, we reacted to the Lil Durk situation. Just got 1,000 worse, 1,000% worse. Bro, I was, gosh, you know, this is why I said people need complete sentences. I would have literally said it got 1,000 times worse. Period. But hey, stay tuned for what I finna say at the end and what we finna talk about at the end. So, let's get into the clip and nah, I'm playing too much.
Lil Durk is requesting his release immediately after catching the judges and the prosecutors in a grand conspiracy. Now, it feels like we get about one of these every week where Lil Durk finds something new that he believes warrants his immediate release, okay? This time around may be a little different, and y'all might feel differently. For the last year or so that Lil Durk has been locked up for, he's been confused at the treatment he's been getting at the hands of the judges and the prosecutor. Because Lil Durk understands he's in jail for murder, a murder for hire case. But he's like, the way y'all are treating me, y'all treating me like I'm like a cartel leader. I'm like Al Chapo or something. Or I'm like an international war criminal. Things like the prosecutors and the judge recommending that the jury like remains anonymous, meaning like there's like a black veil sheet in front of the jury, like, and nobody can see who they are. Lil Durk and them won't even know who the jury is. It's like an anonymous jury that nobody sees. That only happens in like an international war court or like a court case for like a cartel leader because they have resources to get anybody killed. That usually isn't the case for a rapper. Lil Durk even proposed a bond package with millions of dollars, and that got denied. And usually that gets denied if you're like a danger to society. So they're listing Lil Durk as that. Well, Lil Durk, after being confused for about a year, finally finds out the real reason why the judge has been treating him as if he's like this war criminal. Lil Durk recently found out that the prosecutors and the judge actually had their own little secret that they was hiding from his defense attorney and him. So apparently they've been receiving death threats from Lil Durk fans or people who claim they're fans of Lil Durk who's calling and threatening people, okay? So February 22nd, 2025.
Yeah, like so many. Like I gotta get out the way for y'all. That's why I did what I did. But four threatening voicemails to a judge. Oh my gosh, why, bro? Referring Mr. Banks to threatening judge. Oh my lord. Yo, context chambers of U.S. Damn, bro. Lil Durk, man, you can't be doing that, bro. You can't be throwing. Once you do that, bro, that's when they look at you like, yeah, it's right. And bro, you got charged for murder for hire. That means what? However you went about to go and kill somebody, whether it was like a phone call. Like I heard one Tupac song. He said one phone call and your family is gone. Like bro, if it's a phone call or if it's like a text message or if it's just like eye contact and a hand movement and someone just gets murked right there, you a dangerous individual, my G. I'm just saying. Like, like I wouldn't want to play with you even if I was doing a prank or a social experiment on you, bro. I wouldn't want to play with you, bro, because I'm like, this bro could just do a hand sign and that's it for me. You know? Like for real, bro.
they received 4 threatening voicemails to Judge Donahue, referencing Lil Durk and threatening Judge Donahue and courthouse personnel. February 25th, 3 days later, USMS contacts Chambers and USAO, FBI opens investigation. SA Karakran, whatever that is, becomes an FBI point of contact and actively investigates the threats. A couple months later, all right, April 28, 2025, the U.S. attorney received a threatening call. So the U.S. attorney, Yana Laho, receives a threatening call with death threats to not only the U.S. attorney, but they also threatening the courthouse and the U.S. attorney office personnel. Now, about 3 days later, May 1st of 2025, the United States Attorney Office obtained a second superseded indictment in this case. May 8th. Now, this is where,
Bro, do you not want to get out of jail? Or whatever they're holding you in prison? Why are you sending threats to the judge that could decide your fate? Bro, why? Why, bro? Like, bro, no, Lil Durk. I don't really like your music, but you as a person, what you try to do for King Von, I respect you, bro. But bro, nah, bro, this is not the way, my brother. This is not the way. You two are doing threats and all this, man. Like you threat on this person, threat on that person. Now the FBI is in turn. Now you United States Attorney. Huh? What are you thinking? Huh?
Lil Durk has a problem with just finding out about these threats. Lil Durk goes in front of a judge May 8th, 2025 for a detention hearing to try to see if he can get released on this bond package. However, Lil Durk stood no chance of getting bond. It didn't matter what Lil Durk would have offered. Lil Durk could have offered $1 billion. They would have kept him there.
Yeah.
Because they've been receiving threats since February 22nd. The FBI got involved to show you like the level of seriousness they took this. This wasn't just normal. No, the FBI got involved. They were active.
Because, bro, he got arrested and charged for murder to hire, bro. Bro, we all know the story, bro. So you sending these threats, bro, they're looking at it like you could do anything now at this point, because you almost had a dude go over to another whole state while you was in Chicago and go kill somebody in California. So if you even start doing this and doing that, and they find out where the judge live, and they get the judge, oh, bro, it's up, and it's like, damn, he just hired another person to kill the judge that's in his case for him. You gotta think, Durk. You can't just move around. You in the judicial court system, bro. And whatever you do or say go against you, bro. That's why when you said let me get bond $1 million, they were denying it right away because they were like he gonna go home after getting his bond and he might do the death threats what he was trying to do his murder for hire for. We can't trust it. For real, bro. You got
investigating these threats,
man.
So from February 22nd up until May 1st, 7 days before his detention hearing, they were receiving threats. Lil Durk is saying, hold on, I stood no chance because the judge denied releasing me, denied my bond hearing. That's not right. They had no reason to hide it from Lil Durk. The only reason they were hiding from Lil Durk if they believed that Lil Durk was behind those death threats, which they had no reason to believe. But you keep it from him, that means he couldn't even get effective counsel. He couldn't have his attorneys represent him properly because he didn't know what he was facing. He didn't know about these threats. So his bond hearing is getting rejected. It didn't matter what he would have offered, $1 billion, they would have rejected it. So that means, hold on, bro. The judge was prejudiced when she was rejecting my bond package because she was receiving threats. She thought it was serious enough to get the FBI involved. She is under pressure. She has her own biases and prejudices against me. And I didn't know this when I was defending myself and trying to get this bond package. June 2nd, 2025.
Wait, let me understand something. So you mean to tell me, Lil Durk, you weren't the one sending? I want to get it right. I don't want to say you were sending them. If that was not you sending them, someone else sending them, you gotta talk to that person and say, "Hey, man, stay low. Stop sending them, bro. I'm trying to get the hell out. And if you send any more, I'm gonna murk yourself. I'm gonna murk you, bro. Stop sending them stuff to the judge. I'm trying to get out, bro. What's wrong with you? Like, and it's crazy how they didn't let him know, saying, "Hey, if you keep sending this, you're not gonna get out anytime soon." That's crazy, man.
Detention hearing and pretrial motion hearing on defendant's motion to disclose grand jury transcripts before Judge Fitzgerald. Threats were still undisclosed to defense. Continued detention order ruling pending on motion to disclose. They didn't disclose the grand jury. And you know why? Because the judge believed that Durk was a menace to society and Durk was somebody who was a threat to society, and she feared for the safety of the people in that grand jury. And this could have all been avoided if she would have given Lil Durk the opportunity to defend himself.
Oh,
August 6th and 13th, they requested an anonymous jury. Now, Lil Durk and his defense counsel, they're confused. They're like, bruh, Lil Durk is not Al Chapo. What you mean, anonymous jury? Are you crazy? They still did not disclose the threats. Now, October 1st was the first time Lil Durk and his attorneys heard anything about any threats. It was just a partial disclosure, though. They didn't find out the full thing until recently. October 1st, there was a partial disclosure of threats by the government. The defense makes oral demands for immediate disclosure of all relevant materials and communication about threats. It took about a month or so for them to receive that. And even that was a fight because the judge was even fighting that. Didn't really want to disclose anything or everything, but they finally disclosed it all.
But you gotta give the defendant stuff that he can know to fight it off because he's trying to fight his case. You can't keep medicine away from somebody that's sick. You letting that person die. What the hell you doing, Judge? Just because you receive threats, you gotta show that person and say, "Hey, you're sending me this. Do you really think I'm gonna let you get a bond?" So he knows, not to do that. You can't lock somebody up in a cage and tell them, "I'm locking you up in a cage. I'm not gonna let you know the reason." What? What? Since when did we start doing that, Judge? For real? Huh?
And now Lil Durk and his attorney is requesting that everybody gets dismissed from this case. The judge gets dismissed, the U.S. Attorney Office, the prosecutors, they get dismissed. Lil Durk believes that right now is impossible for him to get a fair shake and a fair chance at trial.
Yeah, bro.
That even if he goes through trial, he still got to get sentenced by this judge if he gets found, right? If he gets found guilty. Or even at trial, the judge still has to make ruling. He believes right now the judge has been permanently marked with prejudice due to her life being threatened. Because now the judge herself is a victim. Dirk's like, hold on, bro. If they're victims and they was moving as if they're victims, they call the FBI. The FBI is investigating. They're also victims. They could be witnesses in this case as well. Because if these threats make it a trial, then the judge and the prosecutor, there's witnesses too. So they got to get dismissed. And Lil Durk and his attorneys made their argument on exactly why they should be dismissed in this motion. Lil Durk and his attorney discovered that on top of the undisclosed threats, there were actually ex parte communications between the prosecution team and the bench about these threats. And he believes that the defense counsel was not able to be present when the prosecutors and the judges was having meetings by themselves about Lil Durk. And because of those secret meetings that Durk defense team weren't present for, they would claim that has irreparably compromised the structural integrity of these proceedings. Lil Durk attorney will argue that the prosecution's 7-month silence deprived Lil Durk of his Fifth and Sixth Amendment right to due process in an impartial tribunal. During this period, defendants unknowingly litigated critical matters, including detention proceedings and pretrial motions, before judicial officers operating under the cloud of undisclosed threats. The attorney would further argue that, yo, if we would have known that this was going on, we would have asked for a recusal, like probably before the detention trial, right? Like we would have asked for recusal before we went in front of this judge and put together this bond package and wasted our time to try to get released. We would have did things entirely different.
The fact that the judge and them didn't even let him know, that's a red flag. Y'all took away the first and sixth right of his amendments, bro. Like, bro, the cases should get dismissed. Y'all felt, bro, y'all played a dumb, stupid game, bro. If y'all really wanted to lock the dude up, you would have just showed him the evidence. Showed him the evidence, say, hey, all these threats and stuff. Then he would have said, oh, okay, damn, I didn't know that. Oh, okay, that makes sense. But you guys didn't do none of that because you was scared for your life. If you really scared for your life, you supposed to tell the person, hey, you really want bond? Why you sending me all this? You wasn't scared for your life. You wanted to do someone dirty. That's what you wanted to do. You wanted to do him dirty and act like you scared for your life. The hell? Because if the person that's actually sending them is actually reading it and you're reading it, then it's like, okay, he's aware and you're aware. But the fact that you was aware and he wasn't aware, you just wanted to do him dirty. Simple.
Y'all robbed him of that for the last 7 months.
Facts.
They will say the concealment prevented defendants LIL DURK from seeking recusal, challenging the fairness of proceedings, or making informed strategic decisions. The resultant appearance of partiality amplified by ex parte discussions between the bench and the prosecution about threats directly implicating LIL DURK has created an incurable breach of judicial neutrality that no lesser remedy than full recusal of the Central District breach can cure. And if you're still confused as to what a full recusal will entail, let's break it down. Okay. So they said, additionally, the line prosecutors, especially the attorney U.S. officer Yanalo, must be barred from participating in the prosecution of this case. And because it appears the entire United States Attorney's Office for the Central District of California participated in the investigation, the entire office must be disqualified. Then how would they be able to prosecute LIL DURK? That's the point. Okay, that's the point, right? Like if LIL DURK, like if the entire office has been deemed as, I don't know, right, like incapable of prosecuting LIL DURK, then how will LIL DURK have a case? How will LIL DURK have a trial? Will he just take a plea deal or probation or something? All right. Finally, given that the U.S. Attorney Office sought a superseding indictment against LIL DURK just days after being directly threatened in their name, the indictment must be dismissed. The fact that the U.S. Attorney Office concealed the information and only revealed it to support its extraordinary motion to impanel an anonymous jury demands that the indictment be dismissed with prejudice. No lesser sanctions can restore public confidence in the fairness of this prosecution or cure the prejudice flowing from months of secret communications and judicial proceedings conducted under these extraordinary circumstances. First off, man, don't get your hopes up, bro. If you think these people are about to disqualify every attorney at the U.S. Attorney Office of the Central District of California, you're out of your mind, bro. LIL DURK has to have a trial. These people are not just gonna say, "Hey, LIL DURK, case dismissed. Go home, buddy.
We like you. Go home. We like you. We're very sorry. We're very sorry we hid this from you." I'm telling you, they're not dismissing that case. He's going to go through trial, and they're gonna try to pin him down for maybe life or try to get him to stay in there for a few more years. Bro, trying to tell y'all right now, bro. They don't even want the money. They rather have him stay in that cell. They like forget the money. He could pay like $500K right now just for like court problems and everything like that. If they really wanted to push the issue. But for years and stuff, staying inside jail or prison, they want that, friend. They want that. Low-key kind of sad, but they want that. So don't think he's going home anytime soon. He not. He not. If they could do this nonsense, think about what they could do. Other things.
Don't have to atone. Don't have to answer for a murder for hire trial. Go home. Cut it out, bruh. There is gonna there's gonna have to be somebody there to prosecute Lil Durk. Now, what I do think is probably gonna happen here, the judge might get dismissed. Another judge might come. Because this judge, I'll be real, man, we seen this during a Young Thug trial. Y'all seen it. The Young Thug, I think the judge had to step down and another judge took over due to something like this. In the case of Young Thug, the judge had an ex parte meeting with the prosecutors, and I believe one of the lawyers for like a witness or a co-D who may have testified against Young Thug. So Young Thug attorney made a big stink about it, like, hold on, bro. Are you having ex parte meeting behind Young Thug back with YSL Woody's lawyer and other people's lawyer who could be testifying against Thug? That's out. You gotta go. And then the judge actually tried to lock up Young Thug attorney for calling him out. So I think for sure, Lil Durk's judge is gonna get dismissed. But all that means is another judge is gonna take the bench. The U.S. Attorney Office ain't going anywhere, bruh. Like, cut that out right here and right now. They did answer, I guess, the question here, which is if the Central District of California gets disqualified, then who would prosecute Lil Durk? This is a Fed case, so apparently they're just asking for the district to be like reassigned. That's untainted. So they would say right here, the judiciary legitimacy depends on a public confidence that the justice is not only done, but seen to be done, that confidence is shaken here, that defendants therefore respectfully urge the court to dismiss the indictment or, at the very least, to disqualify the U.S. Attorney Office of the Central District of California and reassign this matter to a district untainted by the government's non-disclosure. I guess the strategy here is maybe if it's a new judge and a new district, that maybe Lil Durk can get bond at the very least and be released as he fights this case instead of the judge keeping him locked up, believing that he's a threat to society because of these death threats. I don't know how much Lil Durk is paying Drew Finley, but he's not paying him enough. This man has searched every corner, every crevice for any type of rule break to get this case dismissed and get Lil Durk home. The first time I knew Drew Finley was really about that life was, y'all remember the motion we covered where they discover, like, the lead attorney for the U.S. Attorney Office, they discover, like, he wasn't properly assigned or appointed by his particular destination, so they wanted him dismissed from the case. It just wanted this entire case dismissed because the person who brought the indictment was not appointed properly, so hence they had no authority to bring forth the indictment. So, this man is going through lengths to get Lil Durk home. I think this would be a failed mission. I don't feel like this is getting dismissed, but I do think this judge is a goner. They're done. But we'll see, man. All right, y'all let me know in the comment section. What do you guys think? Do y'all believe?
Damn, bro. I'm glad I didn't react to saying that Lil Durk is coming home. There was another reaction video I was gonna react to saying Lil Durk is coming home and stuff. Damn,
hey, yo,
man.
You made this.
Hey, man, stop it, bro. How you doing? But yeah, there was a video I was gonna react to, right? And they were saying Lil Durk was coming home. Good thing I didn't react to the video because the video was having some blurry problems. I said I'm not gonna give you all that type of content quality. This is not it for me. Thank God I didn't record that because now we hearing this. I'm like, damn. So Lil Durk is going through that process. Damn, bro. That's why I said this is some serious stuff, bro. Some serious stuff. Like, you can't play with the American law system. When El Chapo got booked in, he kind of knew about that. That's why he's sitting in the New York prison, one of the highest prisons in America. He was sitting in another prison. I forgot what prison it was. He escaped from that prison. Or I don't think he escaped from. I think he escaped from one of the prisons that he was put in Mexico. But he escaped from I think one of those prisons. I don't really know. Don't quote me on that. But they put him in an American New York prison. They said they're gonna be watching him 24/7. Not gonna be able to escape. Now he's still sitting there. These people don't play, bro. They do not play, bro. Like, even to the fact that they were trying to hide the threats? Are you serious? You was that scared you couldn't let someone know that, hey, you keep sending these threats, you're not going to be able to get bond? You couldn't let them know that? You was that scared? You a judge. Hide behind, you had anonymous people for the that would say the verdicts. You had anonymous people that were the verdicts. Anonymous. We don't know who they are. It could be 14, it could be 11, it could be 10. We don't even know who they are. And you talking about, I'm feared for my life because of all these threats. Judge, let me ask you something. You ever show your face? Just because by your name, you think they're going to be able to look you up on the internet and say, that's the judge. That's the judge. We going to get down on her. Oh, yeah, I'm going to get down on her. Give me the suppressor. Give me the Glock 19. Give me the 42 acre bar. Give me the 45 caliber. Let me finish her off. But like I was saying, this is a very serious case. I hope Lil Durk gets out of this because, like, I hope he gets like a little bit of some jail time, but really gets out of this because, bro, are they going about it, bro? It seems like they might pack you for like 20 to 30 years. I said might, not he will. So let's not get me quoted in the comment section saying, oh, he said he will. Oh my gosh, he giving fake news. He just for clickbait. Nah, bro, I said he might. Might. You hear might? Might. A lot of people try to throw me underneath the rock and throw the rock down on top of me and tell me, yeah, crush beneath the lower of the rocks. You're talking about he will. Nah, bro. I said he might. Huh? He might. Yeah, he might get 20 to 30 years. He just might. That's the way they're going about it. They're not playing. Hey, potentials. If you're new, subscribe. See game potentials. Like the video. Comment down below what you think of the video. And yes, share to whoever. Family, friends, cousins, brothers and sisters, nieces and nephews, uncles and aunties, exes that you had in the past, and exes that we hope you don't have in the present or the near future. Because remember, potential sneaky game, we pray for success and not failure. Awesome. This has been another successful reaction video. It's your boy Sneakywesti. Whatever you want to say, we both appreciate it. Oh my God. I got something for y'all, man. I'm so happy. Oh my gosh. I'm just excited. I'm too excited. But hey, peace. Every day for you. She horrible. Like, you can't be jumping to Offset, Stephon Diggs, Offset, Offset.
I've been blowing through the money like it growing trees. I've been fucking on a French bitch, c'est la vie. I just put them on a jet, now they all Italian. Way I'm dressed until I've been to $1,000. This bitch lie by getting shots, but she's still a stallion. She don't even get the joke, but she still